What's up? Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the living room. As you're coming in, y'all know it's polite what you do when you come to the living room. You announce yourself. So as you're coming on, go ahead and announce yourself, where you're coming or where you're looking from, where you're watching, and invite a friend. We'll use this opportunity for you to go ahead and invite your friend, invite your cousin, your mama and them, and all them folk. Let them know that we're on in the living room, and it's on and popping. We got some good conversation tonight. I tell you, got some good friends of mine, and my wife, the Stewarts, are going to be hanging out with us tonight. This is going to be an unforgettable show. I told you all that all this month we're going to be showing and highlighting couples, because this is kind of setting the stage up for our relationships conference that we're hosting quarterly. So if you like information about relationships, you can go over to my website at www.andredwayne, that's DWAINE.com, and go ahead and see detailed information and perhaps register for the conference. We'd love to have you there. Angela, bless you. Thank you for joining us. We also want to remind everybody that we are showing from two platforms tonight, on our Facebook family and our YouTube family. So if your TV just don't quite work well with Facebook, you can always go over to YouTube. And this is the great thing about this show. You can mirror it on your smart TV. Isn't that awesome? And if you don't have a smart TV, they now have, even with the TVs you got from Black Friday, you can mirror the show on those as well. So we want to, so the whole family, this is going to be good. I'm telling you, we got some great conversation for you. I'm going to say, Miss Williams, welcome. I don't want to mess up your first name, but thank you for stopping by the living room. Patria, thank you for hanging out with us. As you're coming on, it's not too late to invite a friend. Let them know that we're going to start straight up at 8:05. We give everybody an opportunity to come in, get your seat. You know how we do it when you have family gatherings. You come in, you get your pillow, you got to talk and laugh and hug folk. So while you're coming in, this is a custom that we do here on this platform. You got to tell what you're munching on. So drop in the comments what you're munching on. What is it? Chips? Is it chicken? Last week, somebody had lamb chops. I didn't know that was like a weekday meal, but they had lamb chops. So as you're coming in, go ahead and drop what you're munching on. What's your snack of choice? You're tuned into the living room, where we have thought-provoking conversation that's sure to change your life. Welcome to the living room. If this is your first time on this platform, I am Andre Dwayne. Would like to welcome you in. This is the living room, a platform for candid conversation, thought-provoking conversation that's caused a shift in your life. We talk about any and everything on this platform, but it's all centered around God. Hey, Dion, what's going on? Pork roast, potato cakes, and sweet potatoes. Oh, my God. I know who house we should have came over. Miss Lassen, good to see you. Well, see your name, rather. Thank you for tuning in to the living room. Y'all go and invite somebody in. We got some great conversation happening tonight. We have Derek and Latrice Stewart with us. This is going to be awesome. I tell y'all, if y'all have y'all phones or y'all devices, y'all to go over to Facebook to their oh yeah, you got to be their friend. Well, y'all gonna miss it, because I'm telling you, they took some awesome pictures. I'm still in the thunder, but I'm serious. I was talking to them the other night, and the pictures are phenomenal. I mean, wow. That's all I can say. They're celebrating 20 years, so they're gonna be talking with us tonight. That deserves an applause. That needs some applause. Yeah, I brought my backup with me, so in case y'all don't clap, I brought it with me. Clap. All right, we don't have some of our regulars on here. What Miss Queenie and Mama Neal and all of them? No, I see the comments rolling. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the living room. For those that are coming on, we see some new people. If this is your first time on this platform, this is the living room where we have thought-provoking conversation that's sure to have a shift, cause a change in your life. And tonight we're featuring our show, Relationships. This is a special segment that we're highlighting couples and talking about their journey and how they held it all together. You know, we love God, and all the good things they do, but, you know, it takes God in some other things to deal with this stuff called relationships. So go ahead and invite somebody in. It's going to be some good conversation tonight, and we want to make sure that you're in on it. You don't want to hear about this. You want to be a part of it. So go ahead and tell somebody. And as you're coming in, for those that know, our protocol is you got to tell what you're munching on, what you're eating. I want to know what you're eating. What kind of juice you're drinking, you know? We want to know. Popcorn, pigeon pea rice, shrimp fried rice. What is it that what are you eating? Let us know. Yeah. Seafood fried rice, shrimp fried rice. Tell what you're eating tonight. Hey, Mama Neil, welcome. Natasha, welcome. Natasha's eating almonds. Natasha's healthy. She eats a lot of healthy stuff. Welcome to the living room, my sis. We are so excited. Larry Owens, welcome, my bruh. He's eating some cheese and crackers.
All right now.
Cheese and crackers.
Patria has wings.
I didn't see that. Where is that?
Above.
Oh, Patria's eating wings. What kind of wings you eating? Are they hot wings? Or are they from Wingstop? Wingstop has some good wings. If y'all don't know, Wingstop has some good wings. What's up, Niqua, all the way from New York? Thanks for tuning in, because we got some great conversation happening here tonight. Tropicana Fruit Punch. Oh, wow, that's been a long time. I ain't had that in a long time. Tropicana Fruit Punch. I bet that's good. My mom eat pork skin, y'all. Mom, they're not pork skins, they're pork rinds. They're pork rinds. You know, I think pork rinds are more upscale. The pork skins you get from the corner store. Pork rinds you get from Publix. Oh, she said just fried. They're just fried. It's a shepherd's life. Here supporting her lion sister. Eating a salad. Oh, she's healthy. She's healthy. She's eating a nice salad. Thank you for joining us. Thanks for joining us. We're going to be starting momentarily, guys. Thank you again for coming in. Somebody eating chili hot dogs. I bet that's good. Chili hot dogs. It's not too late to invite somebody in, because y'all don't want nobody to tell you about this. And for some reason, the Facebook threads are, I don't know why it's doing that, but anyway. If this is your first time on our platform, we'd like to welcome you to the living room, where we have thought-provoking conversation that's sure to cause a shift in your life. This platform was designed to display practical principles from the Bible, but this month, I reserved this month of November, to highlight couples. To prepare them for our Relationships University. Now, you might ask, why the name Relationships? Because we all have relationships. There are some type of shifts that happen in your relationship, whether it's with your dog, your goldfish, your mother, your father, your sisters. You're going to have some type of relationship. What's up, Miss Vicky? She's eating a taco salad. Caleb is munching on pork rinds too. That's what I'm talking about. So go ahead and puff up that pillow, get your feet up, go ahead and mirror it on your TV so you can hear all the juicy details. And if you have a question that you would like me to ask the couples or myself and Lady Valerie, go ahead and drop it in the comments. Now, the protocol of our living room, we're getting ready to start, is if there is something that resonates with you. I can't see nothing. Oh yeah, it's the flyer's just up now. Show hadn't started. Whoa, I thought we lost the signals. But the protocol here is, let me take this down so y'all can see me. We'll go ahead and start. Y'all ready? Everybody ready? Y'all come on, drop that in the comments if you're ready for this show to get started. We gonna do it right now. Everybody's ready? Welcome to the living room.
Yo, JJ, let's go. Come on in to the living room. Yeah, we welcome you to the living room. Yeah, come on in to the living room. Your boy Rob on the vocals. Let's go. Come on in to the living. Yeah, come on in. Thought-provoking conversations that transforms life. Come on in to the living room. We welcome you home to the living room. That's the Drake. It's in your hands.
What's up, everybody? Hope that all is well with you all. Y'all, I apologize again. I don't know what's going on, but we're still getting delays. I don't know if it's delayed on your end, but you can hear us. If you can hear us, give us a thumb up. I'm here with my co-host tonight, Valerie Neal. She's hanging out with me tonight, so hope that y'all give us a thumbs up if the levels are good and you can hear and see us okay. I am excited, as always, about our show on tonight. We got to remember the cameras on that side. Thank you, guys. I'm so excited about the show tonight to showcase couples, because here's something, y'all. In life, we all go through ups and downs, and I think this is a great phrase that's coined by somebody, but I'm going to use it tonight. They don't make them like they used to. And I mean relationships, marriages, and a lot of people will see the end result, or they'll see the Instagram posts or the Facebook and everything like, oh man, and you never know the story. You don't know the story of what we did and what we had to fight to get to the place to look like this. We didn't wake up this way. And I don't care what the outfit is, you will find that every relationship, I'm talking about the best relationship, even Beyonce and Jay-Z had some issues that they had to work through. So this platform, we invited some friends of ours that were, free and transparent to just allow us into their life for a little bit. And I'm gonna ask all the juicy questions. So y'all, I got y'all. I'm gonna ask all that stuff. I'm gonna get all that in. No, but we want them to feel comfortable, and we thank them for, sharing the opportunity with us. Now, let me go over the protocols in the living room rules. We have a lot of people visiting with us for the first time. What's up, Auntie? My auntie all the way from New York is with us. But the protocol is this. Now, this is the living room for those that are visiting us the first time, where we have thought-provoking conversation that's sure to cause a shift in your life. But we want you to understand, if there's something that is said that is a aha moment, something that's like, oh man, it resonates deep on the inside of you, what you're going to do is drop a bomb in the comment section. That's the protocol here. You drop a bomb. When it's like, yeah, oh man, that was awesome what they said, you drop a bomb. And also, if it's something that you like, Lord, I thank you, Lord, I love you, that was good right there, our protocol is POL. That means praise out loud. All right, y'all got the protocol? So we want to light this line up and let it do what it do. Lady Valerie, or Valerie tonight, because we're not in church, so she just Val tonight is with me. I'm actually y'all a question. I'm trying to grow me a beard out, and I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think about that. I don't know. Lady Valerie ain't liking it already, but I try to stay in the now.
It's not bad. If it gets where the hair starts coming out and sprouting out, if it's controlled and trimmed up and clean, that's nice. But with hair stuff, you got to be sure you stay kind of, hygienically nice.
Yeah.
Because if you coughing and sneezing, little stuff spilling off from the beard, like that's where it's not clean, y'all.
Who does that? Who coughing and sneezing their beard?
Don't do that. They don't keep it clean.
Well, look, I'm telling her, y'all, because my beard, I don't know if y'all seen this, but y'all get ready because you will see it. You go see this, Miss Vicky, where they have the beard with the waves in it. I'm going to have waves in my beard. Y'all get ready for it. I'm going to look like one of the people from... She said she agreed. She agreed.
Yeah, and as long as it's well-groomed and manicured, you're good. I think it looks nice. It's just,
All right, they said, you need a mic, and they said it keeps freezing up. And Natasha says Santa Claus is coming to town.
Keeps freezing on my end.
I'm sorry, y'all. It's the Wi-Fi. I do apologize if it keeps freezing. I'm gonna do something about that. Hopefully we'll get through. Let me bring my guests on so we can go ahead and get into this
Kenyon
conversation.
laughing. Kenyon, you got my back, right, with the beard thing. You know how we are about that.
All right, so can you all hear Valerie better now? She'll just speak in the microphone. Look, I think my voice will carry a little more, so I put it more on that side.
Oh, he hoarded the microphone.
Well, like Erica Badu say, I'm funny about my stuff. I'm not saying.
But you gonna call Tyrone.
No, we call no Tyrone. No. So now, man, we got a lot of folks on here tonight. Y'all
Listen,
love
this is
this.
a power couple. This is why. This is a power couple. You don't realize when you got greatness before you look. Now your ratings gonna go up. Trees and there, y'all to charge him. His ratings gonna go up after this show. That's fees.
I just want to inform y'all that this will be Valerie's last show. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and bring them on. Y'all ready? I don't have any formal introduction for them, just as I know them. Well, let me tell you, I know Derek, of course, through Treese, but Treese, all of us were in the same church. And I was trying to figure this out last night. Treese isn't singing the choir. Treese ushered, right?
Treese can sing. But she was out because
she did sing. She's okay. Yeah. I was trying to think when we had the bow ties and the cummerbunds.
Keller was the usher and sing. They all sing. I think she might. But Treese was.
Look, can y'all say just get it started? Okay, so I don't have no long introduction, so we're gonna bring them on and have great conversation tonight. Y'all ready? What's up, y'all?
Hi.
You gonna introduce? Okay, so we thank y'all first of all. If you see us looking up this way, it's because we're looking at the monitor and the comments. Don't think we're not paying attention. That's what we're looking at the comments. But thank you guys for agreeing. First of all, kudos to y'all. Let me give y'all some clap it up. We appreciate that. Just wow, I'm telling you guys, it's just been such a great opportunity to share with y'all and come on our platform, the living room. So we're gonna dive right into our questions and get all in all
Thank
of
you
your
for
stuff.
having us. And I just need to say that I used to sing.
Oh, okay.
Treese can sing.
Okay, all right. Okay, I knew it was one of them. I was trying to remember. What was LaKella was in the usher.
Keller ushered. Right?
Yeah, Keller ushered.
Different
right?
story.
Okay,
maybe you need to do a Macedonia reunion.
Yeah, maybe we'll do a choir reunion. Okay.
I know. Bring all the youth back and all that wonderful stuff.
Hey, Miss Queenie, I was wondering where you were. Okay, let's go ahead and get into this. So tell us about the stewards. Who are the stewards?
Who are the stewards?
Who are the stewards?
I mean, we're pretty much what you see. Like what you see is what you get. Derek, I'm known as the mouthpiece of the duo. But for the most part, I mean, Derek and I are, just humble people trying to do good in this world, being faced with adversity, but continuing to trust God and keep moving forward.
If you're doing one thing, lower your volume on your device just a little.
Absolutely.
Getting a little feedback.
Tell me when.
That's good. That's good.
That's
good. That's good.
Okay.
That's awesome. Now, so let's just go right in, and I'm just gonna go right. How did you all meet?
Oh wow, we met at 436, the club 436.
436. Oh, wow. Okay.
Those of you that remember.
Okay.
Back when we were really going to the club and having a great time, and single people.
Yes. So honestly, Derek and I used to live in the same apartment complex. And I would see him and he would see me, but we were in two separate spaces in life at the time. But I would always drive by, and one day I almost hit his daughter. And yeah, when I was coming around the curve. But so then we ended up seeing each other again at the club. It's no fantastic story. We were at the club.
So when you all met at the club, was it just kind of brief conversation, or it's kind of like he piqued your interest, she piqued your interest, or like how you doing in passing, or you start developing a relationship from there?
I'll be honest, I remember the eyes, and and
most people say that about
it. Just took from there, and I grabbed her arm and just ended up talking to her briefly and gave her my number and remember her number, and we kind of took off from there.
Yeah.
So
at what point did it start? You knew this was like serious, like this was serious, like you were getting ready to do some commitment stuff, or as they say, go steady.
Oh, when she was like, "Well, our clothes are in two different spaces, and like, what are we gonna do
That
about
was
it?"
you who
Okay,
said
that was
that.
me.
Yes.
All right, that me. So,
Simone, was that me?
but
It's
yeah,
always awesome to remember, because I think like sometimes when we do the show, it's like right, like people remember those times that they met, and it kind of, you can kind of see they get googly eye again, like it reminds them, and it
Right.
puts that impact even on the relationship
Right.
now. You know. So
Right.
what about, let's
It's
fast forward.
also interesting because how we women to men's details are always a little bit different.
Yes.
you know,
Yes. Like
um,
I was just out here being a hussy saying, come on, move in with
right?
me.
So like,
I
wait,
mean,
don't
the
put it
way
out
I
there like
vividly
that.
remember it, it was that. Yeah, you said bring your
Right,
clothes.
like hold on, you
That's
did
my
pursue
version,
me, right?
my
Exactly.
story.
Yeah, our story's always cut and dry,
Always to the
to the
point
point.
where
Yeah.
we got
Correct.
detail. Like it was a chase. I didn't just jump in.
Right.
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 Like he
Right.
remember the eyes, you probably remember the music.
Like I was just dancing and having
Yeah.
fun. Right.
Right.
Yeah, that's the way it goes. But
and and what's funny is I remember saying to him, because at the time I had two children already, and so he had two children as well, and so at the time I wasn't really in a space to like, I'm looking for something long term, and so I remember just kind of being like, I'm not wasting my time. Like if we're not trying to do something serious, I don't want to waste my time. And so, but he was serious.
let me pause right here. I don't know what's going on. People are saying it's freezing up.
It's on the YouTube.
Yeah, if you all sign out and then come back in, because it's got to be, or make sure your Wi-Fi signals in your house are like kind of pretty good, because we're fine. So if it's glitching, we want everybody to enjoy the show. I apologize for that. Don't know what's going on. Yeah, but so tell us about the engagement. Was it like big? It's
Oh,
Oh, man.
Like the
Engagement part.
proposal or just the engagement?
the take us through the whole story, like the proposal in the, you know, did Derek like uh, um, do flowers and candy? Like
Listen,
what happened?
I'm
What
gonna
was it
be
like?
honest. There is no fairy tale in our
Nah.
engagement.
Okay,
ours wasn't.
and that's cool.
No,
That's cool.
it just happened. I was like, I think I was in the bathroom about to take a shower. I had a shower cap on.
Mm-hmm.
Like he just came in. He came in the bathroom with a ring, got down on one knee. I think I was about to take a bath. So he had lit candles for me and everything. And he got
Okay.
down on one knee. It was just like, I want to spend the rest of my life with you. And I was
Okay,
like this, like I knew he had to be it because I had this shower curtain, this shower cap, and it was nothing fantastic.
But I mean, he dressed it up a little bit. He lit a few candles. 'Cause
Yeah.
our story was like that. And Val always tell me that I owe her, you know, this elaborate proposal, because we were like,
Right.
we were driving.
It was a
I think-
conversation.
yeah, it was a conversation. We were friends, and it was like, you want to get married? No, but watch this, y'all. She told me no.
Oh,
The first
The
time she
first
told me
time.
no. She told me no. I'm like, what? Wait a minute, girl. What is wrong with you? You know, who does that? You know, but it was kind of like we didn't have that story
Right.
either, and it's okay,
Right.
because
Absolutely.
sometimes we get so enamored with the, you know, all the frills, we don't really think about what we're committing and what we're really getting
Correct.
involved in.
Right.
And so it's always good to consider what we're, you know, what is that like. Now, if I can ask this, you all were talking about how did the dynamics of a blended family, because I didn't know that when I sent in the question. I hope it's okay. Just tell me,
no, that's
like Whitney
okay.
Houston.
It's
Like
it's
preparing
fine.
for the coming together.
Yeah.
How was that for y'all?
So one thing about Derek and I, you know, if I can just go back a little bit, I always prayed for a man who already had children, but not only had children, but who actually spent time with their children.
Wow.
And
Wow.
so, you know, that was always my prayer, because I had two daughters and I needed someone to be able to come in and just accept everything about me and them. And so Derek came in and he really is that man. He spent a lot of time and he's loved my girls from the very, I hate to say my girls because we're very careful not to use steps in our home. We never have from the very beginning.
That's good. That's
These are
good.
our children. They've always been our children, and we've always been on the same page with them from the very beginning. And so I think, you know, we've had some struggles, but nothing nowhere near what we've heard from other people, and our children love us. When people meet us, they don't know who's who, and we like that.
That's good.
We're
Yeah.
okay with that
Good.
because they're all of us.
That's good. That's awesome. And I wanted to bring that dynamic out because somebody's on here. Maybe you are struggling with those kind of questions, like how do you navigate a blended family? And everything that we're highlighting on this platform is showing that it can be done, and that's
Right.
really great. As you said, like the foundation for that, you didn't look at it as a step.
Correct.
And sometimes we can say step, and it kind of gives that line of demarcation. Like,
Absolutely.
yeah, and I think
Absolutely.
that's good.
And to me, it makes a child feel like they're different.
And love.
Right.
You know,
Definitely
and so
feel loved.
yeah, we want
wanna
them
know
to feel
everyone to
loved, and everyone is loved, and we
They
love
all
everyone.
the same. They're all equal.
Absolutely.
No one was,
Now, how did they get like meshed together with each other?
The same thing. Just Derek and I were very intentional with it, and intentional of making sure that this is your sister, this is your brother, and if we're not separating, we're not allowing anyone else to separate either. And so, outside of the family, inside, what have you. And so our children, it was just a natural thing that happened, and that's how they are to this day now.
Wow, that's awesome. And it's so funny, and I say this from the heart. I mean this. You all complement each other so much.
Yeah.
You really do. I mean, I'm just saying from what I'm outside looking in, you complement each other so much. And just to look at you all, I couldn't imagine, like what you argue about a pickle or something. It's like, like real small stuff. But everybody,
It can go down in here.
everybody got their stuff. But seriously, you all, I mean, it's a good template, and even to navigate through that. And your daughters are beautiful. Like I said, the pictures and stuff, and it's just a good fit. And that's something that, again, that I want people to take away from here is that that can work.
It can work.
Blended families can work if you have some of the things and the points that they brought out. Y'all miss bomb opportunities. Y'all miss them bomb opportunities because one of the dynamics that they share with us is they establish the foundational principles from the beginning. Like, this is how we're going to operate. And so many times I've heard horror stories where people let the children run it.
Right.
They let the children come in and tear up their stuff, and then it's not so promising and so beautiful, But thank you all for sharing that.
And and what happens is when you allow things like that to happen, because what we realize, your children are going to leave. They're gonna leave.
Yeah.
And so you're going to be left with just the two of you. And so, because at one point they're going to leave, and we just decided we refuse to allow our children to destroy our marriage as well. And kids have their way of doing things, saying things, or wanting what they want when they want it. Those awkward years. You kind of, but we stood strong together, in every trial with them, and everybody.
I think that's the key to it that you're saying is the two of you kept that united front
Correct.
through it all. Even if things felt weird, awkward, but as children see that, because children will know if there's a divide.
Right.
They would definitely capitalize on it. And I know, we know y'all know. So we know, like with our daughter, Siobhan, like, I never told people she was my step. I got a emblem, like a necklace with their charms. I got her and the boys.
Right.
It's like she's not like a different she's my daughter.
Right.
She's part of us. And so
Right.
whenever she's around, whenever she stayed, that's what we have 3 children. And so that's just it. And so seeing that, it's how you set that up. And if you do the step and you keep it at a divided space and there's not a united front. Remember, the children get most impacted anyway if it's not. And then and then they act out, and then they tear up the marriage, and people will allow them to.
Absolutely.
When you make a commitment and a vow, it becomes the two of you first. And so so I love that you're saying that. And knowing you all, yes, your children all blend and y'all all look like they were from both of you because they're so beautiful. They just have your features, y'all beautiful family, and so
thank you.
And they get along so well. So that's awesome.
Thank you.
So, like you're saying, like you're in that place where you're empty nesters now, right? If I'm not mistaken, kind of, sort of.
Kind of.
We have one at home.
Yes.
And I saw she's put this post up, and I was so envious of her because she was like empty nest, and like all the children, all us around the same age, all her children now, and we just started. I'm like, what? We're supposed to have an empty nest egg. I'm like,
We got a ways to go.
and I put this post up. I was being funny. I said, man, I wish we would have had our children when we were at 12. So all us could have graduated together, and all us could help pay bills together, But unfortunately, we love our kids. But those are good dynamics, and like I said, we want somebody to carry those away. Look, guys, it's not too late for you to invite somebody in. This is great conversation. If you're enjoying the conversation, come on, send some hearts up, send some hands. Let us know that you are enjoying it. And also, if you have questions, you can go ahead and drop those in there, and we would love to share them to our guests tonight. We're talking to the stewards. If you're just joining in with us, Derek and Latrice, some good friends of ours, and they're sharing our platform in the living room. So we want to know, what was the wedding like? Did you have a big wedding?
It was, the planning part was, well, Tammy took care of it. Some of it, we're dealing with some, family, but it all came together. It became a beautiful thing, and it was great.
Yeah. I mean, the wedding, listen, let me tell you something. You know how it is when you get married, everybody thinks it's their wedding, but it's really your wedding. Y'all know how that goes. And everybody gets, so it became stressful, because of things that it didn't need to be stressful for, but at the end of the day, we still loved everybody. We still continued on. I think that that's one thing that Derek and I are going to do. No one's ever going to stop the show. The show will go on, but we're going to figure out how to do it, and we're going to do our best to include you in it. But, if we can't, then you just gonna be out of it, and so that's just, that's really our motto about anything when it comes to, our family and everything. I mean, we're so inclusive about everything, including, from our wedding all the way to our anniversary party that we just had. And so it's just been, it was good, but stressful.
Yeah. So do you, and we ask everybody this, do you remember what was served? Like, what was the...
No. Listen, you know how we
Nobody
know what we had when we looked at the pictures? We were like, we had a chocolate fountain? Like, we had no idea.
That's so funny.
I don't even remember
it's like
if I ate that.
Exactly. We were the same way, because it's like most of the couples we have, we're like, no, I don't, Some remember, but most couples, they don't remember, because it's like you're in that whole bliss and all that. So,
I know, and I was at the wedding, but I don't remember I don't remember. I was like, was it emerald green or something? I'm like,
It was emerald green.
Okay, I remember the color. Yes. It was emerald green. It was.
And I was in y'all's wedding.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and I'm like, details. I'm like, I'm mixing everybody's weddings up. The whole group. I'm like, who served this?
That is funny.
Right.
That is too funny.
So where did you all honeymoon? Where was the honeymoon?
So we chose not to go on a honeymoon. We went to Disney.
Oh.
Yeah. We went to Disney. Why we did that, I have no idea.
Wow.
Like, when we look back on, I'm like, why did we go to Disney? It was funny because we went to SeaWorld over the weekend, and we were talking about how bad of an experience it was because I wore the wrong tennis shoes. So Derek was like, she had Band-Aids on every foot.
Just take your shoes off. Just take your shoes off and walk around.
Walk around Disney. Oh my God.
Yeah. So
hey, knowing Disney, they probably would have gave you a pair of shoes.
Right.
Mickey or Minnie shoes, but
that is funny. That is funny. I'm lost my space.
No, but let them talk about. Hey, but that was 20 years ago. They just had a celebration.
Right. Well, I gotta go on my paper.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm taking over his show, you all.
Yeah,
okay,
no,
yes, sir.
we gonna get to that. So you all just celebrated 20 years, which is to be commended. So we big ups to that. People clapping for you. So that's what would you say has been? We're gonna shift now and deal with the nitty gritty stuff. What would you say has changed about the dynamics of your relationship? And let me kind of set this up this way. A lot of times, like Val and I have had the opportunity to even counsel some couples, and you'll find out they'll like, oh, they changed. And one of the tools that I use for that, we make them watch the video with Music Soul Child, Don't Change. And in the videos, if y'all haven't seen it, I'm getting ready to spoil it for everybody, but in the video, the wife is beautiful, or the fiance at the time, she's in a car accident and she's paralyzed, but he still sticks with her. So what we always share people, change is not a bad thing.
Right.
Change is not a bad thing. We just have to navigate like what it's going to take to deal with your change, my change. So what has been some of the pivotal moments in your relationship that you dealt with change, and share with us what you did creatively to work
Work
through
through it.
those.
Oh,
Derek and I are really transparent about, some of the things, and it's no small feat for us that we even made 20 years. Because I'll be completely honest with you and tell you that neither one of us expected to even be in this position a year ago. And so we had separated, matter of fact, separated all the way to almost to paper, well, not even almost, papers filed in divorce court at Orange County Clerk of Courts. And so during that time, we were living very separate. And so the biggest thing is that in that time, we had a daughter. And so she's one now. And so that was a huge change for us, in that wanting to be able to and needing to come back together. And I don't even know if that was it, because it was a lot, it was a lot to do. And God kept telling me, like, that's your person. And I'm, we're hard headed. And I'm like, no,
Right.
that's not my person. But he really is my person. You know what I mean? This is my person. Good, bad, or indifferent. This is my person. I know that this is my person. And so having to navigate the change from that, and having a new normal, and being accepting and loving, of a child, and being able to just move past it and really grow. And so I'm very protective of her and what people say, because she's innocent in the whole situation, and he and I made a decision to separate and go our separate ways. And so she's very innocent, but she's not loved any less than the rest of our children. And so that has been, for us, I think the biggest change that we've had to navigate through.
Wow.
And so and I'm thankful, because God does everything for a reason.
Wow.
That's
He
amen, Patricia.
does, and you never know what you think is a tragedy, he turns into triumph. And so I'm grateful and
Wow.
thankful.
That is awesome, and I want to thank you for your
Yeah.
transparency. We appreciate it. That's why I love the living room. That's what it's all about. Because, again, we position these things to glean from, because somebody might be in that same situation right now, and you can't find that template. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Right.
You know, and I know when we were at our fork in the road, you would talk to people from the church, and y'all please don't get it twisted. I love the Lord, all that stuff. But they would say, well, you got to pray and do this and that. You got to pray and do some stuff. You got
Right.
to pray and do some stuff.
Absolutely.
You got to pray and put some things practically to work. And what we find out a lot of times with people, that's what's absent. Those decisions and those different things, we made those.
Right.
Right.
God had nothing to do with that, but we
Right.
want to pray and
Right.
want Him to wipe the slate clean. There are things that we have to do. So, what are some things, if you're comfortable with sharing, that you had to do? Because I'm pretty sure your emotions, on both of you, your emotions were all over the place. What were some things practically that you could share that you did to kind of keep you grounded?
Yeah.
Keep you centered through
Right.
that, through the process.
I would say, first of all, I had to look in the mirror and take responsibility, and
Wow.
Wow.
start from there. Hold yourself accountable and moving forward. I just really just had to focus on me. At the time that we were separated, I've learned that, to take time for myself and really focus, and not focus so much on the relationship, because trying to get back together, that's what created us to continue to go apart and go our separate ways. It was kind of rough, coming back, going apart, coming back, and we just focused, stop focusing on the relationship and started just on ourselves and learning to grow. We had to grow.
Right.
Now I'll say that our relationship now is fun.
No.
So
I got
much
my
better.
best friend back, and
Yes.
it
So much.
just
Wow.
been great.
Wow.
Yes. So
That's
much
powerful.
better.
We
So
have date night.
we're intentional. We really are. I mean, because I think the biggest thing for me was really, I like to control situations, and so I had to recognize that you don't have to control everything. It is okay to let go and allow him to be who
Right.
he needs to be, for as the head. If I trusted God enough for us to be together, then I need to allow him to be the head. And so it is, and I need to submit to that. And so it's rough, and I get it. Dre, what you're saying is, it's not that you don't want to pray, but when I come to you for advice, I just don't want to hear you say pray about it. I've been doing that. I need something else. I need to figure out how to work this thing out, because there was a lot that I had to unpack, and not just hold myself accountable for the failure that we had in our relationship at the time, or the fork in the road, if you will, and hold myself accountable and say that it was me too, when there were things that I should have done differently. There were things that, where I could have been different in the situation. And so it's just, just having to really just be honest, and like Derek said, being accountable and taking ownership for yourself, and doing awesome. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's awesome, powerful. And I want to just throw this out, and then we're going to dive back in the conversation. Hope you all enjoying this. Now, I want you all to understand, for those that are on there, we're not saying do away with God's way. That's not what we're saying. What we're saying is, the scripture supports this. It says, confess your faults one to another. Pray for one another that you might be healed. The effectual fervent prayer of the righteous avail much. So what is challenging us, after you pray, what do you say?
Right.
And that's what, after you pray, what are you going to say? If you have an argument between your spouse, this is a good teaching opportunity. I don't need, if I was arguing with Val, I don't need to be telling God about arguing with her. Because the scriptures say, go to the person you had the offense with. And it's like practical application. So I just want to jump and say that. I want people to understand, we're not saying, because I don't want people to catch like, oh, no, pray. No. You pray, and it gives you God's counsel. When you get God's counsel, you implement. And what people have to understand, I almost said it, but I ain't going to say it. What people have to understand, when folk come to you for counsel, tweak your collar a little bit, if I can say it that way. Thus saith the Lord. Stop speaking King James just for a minute to hear what the folks say, so you can speak practically to that situation. Is that making sense, y'all? Thank y'all again. I wanted to go back to, because big ups to, we have a question?
Dr. Polite had a question.
Big ups to Derek, because you don't hear a lot of men say what you say. So I want to just support you and just give you, if I was a virtual hug, and
thank you.
But seriously, you don't get a lot of men to own up to that and say, and it's not, and I think Tree said this too, pointed out, it doesn't matter, it's not about who's right or wrong, it's what we can do to reconcile.
Right.
And that's what a lot of people don't get. Like the Bible says that marriage is the mirror image of God's love for the church. And God not only is about forgiveness, here's the big word we forget, he's about reconciliation. Right. That's what the whole ministry of Jesus Christ is about. Reconciling, coming to a place where, okay, how this going to work for the both of us? Right. How this going to benefit? It's taking everything off the table. You didn't cook my chicken right, so I'm mad at you 20 years ago and all that kind of stuff. Move that out of the way. But we have a question.
But like he said, it's owning everybody doing their part. Because like he said, I didn't blame her for what was going on. I had to look at myself and understand, figure out what part do I need to own and hold myself accountable in where we got here or where we are in this relationship, whether that's separate or however that looks.
Right,
so
absolutely.
A lot of times we want to blame, and the reason I did this because you.
Correct.
Saying like,
correct.
And I'm not saying like it's your fault that someone did something up, but everybody just examine themselves and figure out what can I do in the situation if I want to bring the peace, if I want to bring the reconciliation, because it's a give and take. But instead we want, you need to apologize to me.
Correct.
You need to be the one, and then I'm good. And it's like, well, no, let's talk through this, because there's an offense that was on both sides.
On both sides, yeah.
And it doesn't absolutely, and it doesn't help when people know your story. So then when folks know your story, so then they tend to try to talk about your story, to tell your story, and you don't own the rights to my story.
Right,
and so,
that's good.
You're walking around telling it like you do, and so then that makes it even harder. So then now we're battling each other, because now the whole world knows our story. But in all actuality, both of us chose to trust individuals with our most sacred thoughts about what's going on, and they chose to take that outside
Yeah.
and tell everyone. And so, and it was unfortunate and very hurtful on both ends. And so
Yeah.
you're battling with each other, because you're embarrassed or whatever the case may be. And so just one day we just kind of came to each other and was like, listen, this is, at the end of the day, it's just you and I. And so no one else has to matter. Nothing else, what anyone says, it needs to matter. It just has to be about how you and I feel. And so what are we going to do, and how are we going to move past this?
Right. That's powerful. That's
And it
Yeah, it
powerful.
was
goes back
growth.
to
It was a lot of
breaking.
growth.
A lot of growth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say it goes back to making sure that's why you come to him or he comes to me, because when we
Right.
start involving, and a lot of times in hurt situations, we know how we do. We start involving people because we
Correct.
want counsel. Because a lot of times we write and we want the choir to be right with us. We
Right with
want
us,
our,
right.
we coming with all
Absolutely.
our forces. And here's what's interesting. Now you all reconcile. Everybody else mad and think you crazy. Why would you
Right.
do that? You don't deserve him.
Right.
He don't deserve you. You stupid.
Right.
I wouldn't go back. And now you're stuck in this place. Now it's like, okay, now what do I do? Because I done
Right.
said all these things, and that's why we got to be careful how we speak against these things.
Right.
Because
Absolutely.
when we were going through things, one thing I did not do, I didn't down talk him or try to play it down, or now I must have all this to say negatively about the person that he is. You know what I mean? I was frustrated.
Right.
It was like I wanted out, but then it was like, okay, and same with him. Because what happens now, I'm back here and I done put all this stuff out in the streets,
Out there.
all your
Yes.
personal. So
Yes.
that's not wisdom, and we got to be
Yes.
careful with that, because the
Yes.
same at this now you got to eat all that stuff and come back. Now
Right.
you got a different fight. Now you
Absolutely.
showing up at the party and they like, oh, they back together. What?
Right. Right.
Now you trying to be comfortable. And yeah, and it gets weird, and so it is. Yeah, that's
gotta
a
work
tricky one.
past all
Work
of that.
through all of that.
We
And I
have a
think sometimes
question
when you
from one
hurt,
of,
sometimes things like that does happen. So being honest, it does happen, and
Yeah.
but you gotta, like you said, you gotta learn, you gotta have wisdom of what you put out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
we all have our faults. None of us are perfect,
Exactly.
and things
Right.
do happen. But like I said, you can't really worry about what everybody else is saying.
Right.
no,
When you
no,
love each
no.
other, love has a way of just overstepping all that. So,
Yeah.
Right.
and that's
Exactly.
what
Because at
I.
the end of the day, y'all got to go home with each other.
Exactly.
Correct. Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know,
And then,
people can.
yes, and then you're over here worried about people who are probably just as or more messed up in their situation than you are, but they just know yours and you don't know theirs, and so then there's a lot of conversations that happen on their end, because hurt people at the end of the day. And so, and we have to recognize that, and recognize that
Yeah.
when you see people, when
Yeah.
things happen.
Absolutely. We have a question from one of the viewers. Terry Vincent said, "What lesson in your journey was the hardest to learn?"
Hmm. I
I
was,
think the kids.
well, I would say not being still, just learning
Oh
to be
yes.
still and trusting. Honestly, I would say trusting in God, and just honestly, that's when I said I had to learn how to focus and just really just take that time for myself. So being still and not moving, because as the steward, sometimes we can do the most.
Yes,
We
we're
the
the
most
most
at
at doing the
doing the
most.
most. So that's why we said 20 the hard way.
Yes.
We learned a
Yeah.
valuable lesson,
Yes.
and we learned what
Wow.
was really important, and now we know what's important.
Yeah.
We know that the love that we share between one another, our friendship, communicating, just everything just came back to basics for us.
Right.
From where
Wow.
we started to where we at now, it was really important to know, really get to know each other again, and
Right.
learn her likes and dislikes, because yeah, we've changed over the years. You know, her color changed. I'm like, I remember your
Yeah.
favorite color used to be seafoam green. Now all of a sudden it's red. So all those little things and all those little pieces are the pieces to
Yeah.
the puzzle. So we were able to put the puzzle together, and we did it together,
Yeah.
and that was important.
I
Awesome.
think one of my hardest lessons was that everything is not about the kids, because what happens when you have, and we had five. So, what happens is your whole relationship becomes about the kids. And it's hard to separate that,
Yes.
as they grow older. So you're still constantly like, they're still, y'all want to go to City Walk? Like the kids are like, no, we don't want to go to City Walk. But the kids feel like, it's still things like that. Like our whole relationship really was kid focused. So when it came time for it to be Derek and Latrice focused, we didn't know how to deal with each other. on a one-on-one basis outside of without the kids. And so that's where we had to learn each other. And I think that that's where we started having issues and problems in our marriage, honestly, because it was just, we were so used to being one unit, and doing things together as a unit, that when it came time to just Derek and Latrice went, yeah, I don't know how to do it.
But now,
we
throw two fingers
listen,
like,
we will leave everybody.
Call your grandma, turn on the alarm, we out.
Set the alarm, we're leaving.
And that's funny, because that's what a lot of times on the other side of, and you probably know, y'all probably heard me say this 500 times, I call it turbulence. On the other side of the turbulence, and Valerie and I experienced this, it's like you have a new definition or defining moment about your love.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure those have been married much longer than us can, give us lessons and stuff. But it took that fork in the road, even though it was a hard place, even though it was some crying and some different things. Where we are now is much like you all say, it's so different. It's like the stuff that you was tensed up about. Now, don't get it twisted. We still have our stuff, but it's not like my fear. If I could be honest, when we would have our disagreement, I don't know even where I got this this mental framework from. I always felt it was going to end up in divorce. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, we would have an argument about, just discuss, and I'm like, oh, she don't like me. We're gonna get, So that was like that fragile something within. And when we went through our stuff, we also visit that table of divorce, but we worked through it. So now on the other side, there's a calmness, like, oh, we here. We just gonna fuss at this. You're gonna get one thing I tell them in biology. I don't do no sleeping on the couch. I don't care how mad we are.
Not because you mad. If I just happen to fall asleep.
Yeah, now we ain't doing that. We ain't going through all that.
We not getting kicked out the room.
We ain't doing it. We're not doing that. But it's like, it takes work. It takes work. If y'all enjoying the conversation, I see we got some bombs. Y'all, I'm telling you, this is great conversation, just as I told you. Is this Jocelyn? Am I pronouncing that right?
Jocelyn.
Jocelyn said that you both are power couples. We have a question here. It said, what was the most priority on your mind that kept you moving forward?
God and each other. Really.
Okay.
Honestly, our faith, when we held on to our faith, it wasn't easy, because it's any little thing. We found ourselves arguing about any little thing. Like, and see, here's the thing about when you've separated and you've lived and survived on your own without the other person. And so this is why I don't recommend this, because you already know your mindset is, I can make it without you.
That's good. Wow.
Your mindset is, I can make it without you. So I was already making it without you, so I can make it without you. And so, we had to say to each other, listen, we both know that we can make it without each other. It's, do we want to? Do we want to? And so we're not here because we need to be here. We're here because we want to be here. And that's good. And so it was just really, focusing on each other and keeping our minds on what was positive, because that was rough. It was rough.
Yeah. It's a choice. Someone's
right. Yeah. Someone that I'm not good with names, y'all, so I ain't gonna even try. But
Curleen.
Curleen.
Yes.
Oh, I was gonna say Curline. See that? Forgive me, Curleen. That's the Southern in me. I was say Caroline. Like Jolene. No, but she said it's a choice, and that is so true. I hope this is sinking in and we're drawing it away, because even in the dynamics of relationships, and I like to say this to everybody, it's not just marriage. Because a lot of time when I run this segment, we lose a lot of people like, oh, that ain't for me. It is for you, because one of the things that keeps coming back, they did the self-work on themselves, which made their union combust. So it's even if you get nothing to take away from here, or if you're single on here or married, what you should ask yourself through all of the comments in the sharing of their testimonies and their powering moments, what can I do now that will fortify me when I get into a relationship? Mm-hmm. Glean from what they're sharing with us tonight, the differences, taking accountability, finding out that even as a blended family, it wasn't just focused on, but it was all of them. They never used up. So you have to find those moments for yourself. One of the things I tell people too when I talk to people is, you'll find folk find it easy to say what they don't want, and what they don't like. But when you ask them, well, what do you want?
Right.
They're like, you know what? I never thought about that. You don't know what the heck you want. So how you gonna know when it hits you when you don't even know or have a clue? So in these moments that we're single, I think it's a great opportunity for us to really do some personal development within. Find out if you're arguing with your family. 9 times out of 10, when you get your Boaz, you're gonna do the same thing.
Same
If
thing.
you're very critical with your family, when you get your virtuous woman, you gonna do the same thing. So it's like you start tweaking those systems now. And somebody say I have a question.
Wait, before you get to the question.
Go ahead.
Oh no, what I was gonna say, you talked about challenging them to think about a relationship, or like when they get married. I said, but you can look at relationships now and how you handle those, whether that's you to your boss, whether that's you to your sister, your mom,
Absolutely.
your dad, and how you handle that. Because if there's some strained relationships out there, examine where is that coming from, because that's how
Absolutely.
you're gonna handle more than likely when you get married. If
Right.
you just shy away from it, it's left unresolved, and you just get the silent treatment, I don't want to deal with them, then you're going to walk away from these things and not learn how to properly communicate and work through the differences or the challenges when you're in a married relationship. A relationship is, and that's why it's called relationships, because we
Right.
all experience
We change it.
relationships. And
Right.
whether that's I'm selfish, whether that's I'm sensitive, whether that's I have triggers from past hurts and pains that are unresolved, you got to figure those things out and work through those and examine that stuff now and see what you can do or what you need to do to try to get healing or work through those, because that will help you in long term
Absolutely.
to be a little bit better
Absolutely.
handling.
All about looking toward yourself. What can I do to make it better? What can I
Right.
contribute to make it
Because
better?
if everybody made you mad and everybody don't like you and then you seem to be the one that get put it up.
Right.
You know,
You the
different
common
spot.
denominator.
In some way you probably need to self-examine and look at your blind spots and think about, well, what am I doing? What do I need to work
Right.
through? And
Right.
again, it goes back to what Derek said earlier. Take an assessment of yourself and hold yourself
Absolutely.
accountable to what this may look like.
All right, someone has a question. Said, at what point during the fork in the road did you both realize that you needed each other?
That's a great question.
Great question.
I think we always know we needed each other. It's just that we just came to a space of like, I don't need you.
I don't need
But
you.
we always needed each other.
Yes.
It's always something that we did for each other, even if we weren't together.
Correct.
You know, I would still go over and do certain things for her, and if there were certain things that I needed, Trish would still do for me. So
Right.
we've always needed each other. It just, we had to find that place. You know, we had to
Yeah.
find that common, ground, and just really work things out.
Right. Yeah, I agree. We've always needed you. Like we always, like
I don't know. You sure?
no, I'm positive.
Alright.
Like I'm pretty sure. Like, if anything needs to happen, I'm call Darius Stewart first, because I know. Listen, if somebody hurts me, if something goes on, like even when we weren't together, I would pick up my phone and call him, and he'd be like, "What's going on?" So I just always knew that's him. Like that's
Awesome. We got a bomb moment. Miss Queenie said the bomb moment for her was, do you want to do it by yourself? She said yourself, but I'm going to say yourself. It's got more stank on it when it say yourself. And
Right.
that's something that, because you know what's funny though? A lot of time, like people hear your testimonies and stories, and I call them we call it journeys of strength. And when you're navigating through it, they think you make your decision based upon just the love.
right.
And if we could be totally honest, it was a lot of stuff that went into the decision. It wasn't just love,
Right.
I mean, you at a mature place, you like
Right.
wait a minute now.
Hold up.
You start thinking, I'm
Let
like,
me
now
think
wait, I'm
about this
too
for a second.
exactly. I'm like, I'm too old to be going out in these streets. I'm not trying to do
Correct.
this. I ain't trying to relearn nobody's family.
Right. Like what the thing is, like, you don't really want to relearn nobody.
And people feel
Right.
guilty because they think it's just about love. Love, the dynamics of love in your relationship is going to change. And that's the truth. That's the truth about it. It's like you go from bliss to just being settled. And then, like, when we look at older couples, they love one another, but they ain't got to be all up under each other, You know, it's like a different type of love,
Right.
but it evolved. If I can say it that way, it
It's
evolved.
matured.
It's
It's
matured.
matured.
Yeah,
It's mature.
it's matured
Yes.
in a place because you know that person's there. You don't need all that extra attention. Also, you did the work on yourself.
Yeah.
Correct.
You did the work
And you're
on
in
yourself.
each individual's in a different place.
Mm-hmm.
You can handle it. Because there was a time, you know, I wouldn't tell him like, "You in my space, move over." Because
Yeah.
even though we have bathroom space, I just still want the whole entire space by myself. You know, like why do you come in when I'm in? Like
Right.
I need my space. And so
Yeah.
before I'd be like, "Oh, I wouldn't say
She
that.
wouldn't
That's
say nothing.
offensive." Like I don't know.
Right.
But now we can. But we laugh about it and
can
joke
laugh
about
Yeah,
it.
because sometimes I say
It's
I want the
understood.
old Val back because you all over the back. I don't have no bathroom space, you know. And it was like even in our relationship, you like scared to open up and say those things
Right.
because you don't want to offend that
Offend
person.
or, like,
Right.
So
not
you
offend
end up stifling your freedom, which is henceforth why a lot of people say, "Well, I just had to break free
Yeah.
and do me,"
Because
because
they were
you
holding
harnessed all that stuff in and never allowed that person to fall in love with the real you.
You.
They fall
Yes.
with they fell in love with the representative of you.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. And listen, that's one thing that I can honestly say about Derek Stewart is he has been extremely himself the entire time from day one. So, and I tell people all the time, like a bathroom, he makes sure I have enough space so that I'm not encroaching in any parts of what he has going on. Derek is so neat and clean and meticulous about all of his things. So I'm just like, okay, well, so it makes me feel bad. Some days I'm like, well, maybe I should clean this up a little bit. Then some days I'm just like, well, whatever. Like,
So it's like Teresa and I are like, and Derek and Val are like, because Val's like that.
yeah.
And what I don't understand, you know, this is a transparent moment. I don't understand. She'll have her nightstand, you know, her little pen, her little paper, and all that stuff in order. It's sickening. It's so ordered. I'm like, I just want to mess it up sometimes. But then she'll come to my side, and well, you need to pick this paper up. You need to start picking up. I'm like, why are you bothering my stuff? You stay over on your side. So I have a solution. I said, this is what I'm going to do. Whenever we get to the place where we're going to build our house from the ground up, we will have a communal area, which will be the bedroom. But her bathroom and closet going to be on that side, and my bathroom and closet going to be on that side. It'll be a whole different, and I think it'll work well that way. I just believe that it'll
Well,
work
because
well.
it's still one view, you know, like the
Yes.
bathroom. We have the whole two sinks, big. We get all
Yeah.
it, but when you look at, it's like it clearly looks like it's two worlds happening. I'm like, so it needs to be right there.
'Cause I
You
don't
get it. Like,
understand it.
can we just
Yeah.
organize a look like? The toothpaste smushed all weird. It's like, what's
Yeah.
happening over here?
Yeah. Now, I don't understand because Val comb her hair, and y'all know everybody got the vanities now with the sink here. That means this space is reserved for
This
you,
is your
right?
mirror.
She comb her hair, she all over like I said. What is it? Your
Well, you
hair ain't
gotta
that
see
much
the
that you got to
angles.
come all the way over here. So now I keep trying to brush my teeth, scooting over a little bit, scooting over a little bit. Now I'm totally out the mirror. You know, I don't understand this stuff. You know, we need to fix that. But anyway,
Because he likes to see himself brush
this
his teeth.
show is supposed to be about them.
Who wants to see themselves brush their teeth?
Who don't look in the mirror when they brush their teeth?
Why? You don't know where your teeth are?
No, but y'all don't look in the mirror and brush y'all teeth.
Always.
He looks and smiles and he checks himself out because
No,
he'll start.
I thought everybody would look in the mirror and brush their
I
teeth.
don't. You don't
I'm gonna
know.
be honest. I'm doing like 1,000 different things while I'm brushing my teeth. I'm gonna be totally honest.
Moving.
Well, see, you're a mama. You're a mama. Y'all can do that, but see, I just, you know, that just works for me. Something wrong with y'all because y'all
No,
supposed
because
to
he
look in
do
the mirror.
this. He'll do this. So you tell me, what does that mean?
I don't know about that. I don't know. Just to let y'all know that this is Val's last night on my show.
I quit. I'm done.
Now, somebody said here, let's go back. Let's get back on you guys. And
All right,
man,
back
look
on
at the time. Look at the time. So inspiring. What do you both look forward to in the next 20 years?
Wow.
Good
Yeah.
question.
Retirement.
Honestly, just letting the time just roll. I mean, we don't want to make any plans. You know, we really just want to just accept day by day and
Yes.
let things just roll with the punches and
Yep.
always communicate. We learned that that's the biggest key in our marriages,
That's
communicating. So we're gonna have fun.
Yes.
We're gonna make these next 20 years of just
More life.
excitement, and
More life.
just really enjoy life and
Yes.
be thankful for the blessings that God keeps on blessing us with.
Yes,
It's
absolutely.
definitely been a blessing.
Look, I'm going back to this. I love y'all, but I had to go back to this. Somebody else brush their teeth and look in the mirror. I'm
That's
just saying.
fine.
I just wanted to say, I just wanted to put that up there. So,
Hey, I'm all for it, but which is why we just find different bathroom times, so I can use the space and he can use the space, and we stay at peace.
that's just
Right.
getting close together. All right, so guys, what we're going to do, we're almost at our time, our hour. Try to keep the show to the hour. This has been great conversation. If y'all enjoy, it's like everybody going ham now about the
this
brushing the
mirror and
teeth.
the toothbrushes.
They're like, it's essential.
Like, is it that serious? Look, Dr. Polite said he brushed his teeth in the mirror too. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what's wrong with
I'm
you
like,
folks.
gee, I can move
So,
around
watch this.
so well. It is.
We're going to do what's called rapid fire. And the way you answer the questions, you have to answer what your spouse would respond.
Okay.
So, for example, if I ask you, what's your favorite song? Derek's got to say what Tree's favorite song would be, and you got to say what his favorite song would be.
Okay.
Okay, y'all got the rules, and you can't. It's rapid fire, so you don't think about it. You just yell it out. Y'all ready?
Okay.
Okay. Favorite color?
Brown.
Red.
Favorite food?
Pork chops.
Trish, you like pork chops like that?
Yeah.
Fried a certain way.
Fried a certain way, Grandma Katie way.
His favorite food is probably it's two. Like he likes to eat, but I'm gonna say chicken and dumplings and like turkey wings, like dressing and stuff like that. Derek is Southern, like
He likes soul food.
yeah. Derek is like yes.
That's my man.
Like
man.
I
That's
gotta
my
whip
own
it up
heart.
in there. Like
I feel you, bro, but I don't know what you do to keep. I don't know what you do to keep like that because that don't work for me. So you're gonna have to share your secret because I eat and then I just, the Lord just increased my territory.
Yeah, but her whipping up is come very far.
it's like once every 2 months, but I whip it up.
Oh,
for
okay.
him.
Gotcha.
She stopped.
Oh, Trees, you cook like that?
Yeah, she can.
I can. I absolutely can.
Wow.
I come from a family that cooks on both sides.
Oh yeah, that's right, Grandma Katie. I forgot
Yes, my
about that.
grandmother, my uncle.
Yeah, I mean that just adds like the cherry on the top of the relationship.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Favorite
You
show?
got lucky with this one. I'm just saying.
Your favorite show?
What's that show?
Law and Order.
Yours is Ghost, Book Power, whatever. You know, them 50 Cent Ghost, whatever that stuff is. Power, something. I don't know that.
Okay.
All of
I
them
thought
big
you meant
meats
Ghost
now
of
he's
Music.
watching. I don't know. It's just too much.
So who is this?
That's Anissa.
And the last one is favorite car.
BMW.
Both of you. Wow.
I don't know.
No,
Lately,
that
I
new
don't
rap,
know. He
That new
drove.
Wraith.
He drove a Wraith, and now, like, I don't know. He's like, we're not getting a Rolls Royce, but he drove one, so he just now that's his thing.
There you go.
Wow. Well, guys, we thank you all. This has been I could go on and on with the conversation, but I try to hold for an hour. Thank you all so much. I mean, I was so excited when you all agreed to conversate with us and share, just your experience. And I appreciate so much. I cannot say this enough, your transparency.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Because of your vulnerability, somebody has been helped,
Thank
and
you.
seriously, because in those times when all of us experience those, we look for those, like road signs,
Right.
and it's like, okay, if they made it, we can do this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's just, just how God works, because your relationship is beautiful because you have defined it that way.
Right.
Thank you.
Our relationship is beautiful because we've defined it that way. So we appreciate
Absolutely.
you all hanging out with you. Thank you all I'm going to put you all backstage. We appreciate y'all. Come on, show them some love as they go to the green room.
Thank you.
All right, guys. So, didn't you just love the stewards? Y'all go ahead and give it up. Y'all give it up for them. Miss Vicky said, great show. Jocelyn said, laughing my butt off. Everybody had a great time. I told you they're just transparent, and it was just really good. Miss Queenie said, Derek and Treese, thanks for your vulnerability. Arlene Polite said, blessings to you all. This has been an exciting, entertaining as well. So we appreciate you all for sharing with us on the living room. Now, every week I have a segment that I do, and usually I'm on here by myself, but my wife's with me, so y'all, the thing is gonna go over her face, but I still love her. That was not intentional. But
All right.
what's new? And I talk about some things that I have done that's what or have shared that what's new with me, some different things upcoming. So I want to tell you all about this. This is what's new with me tonight. I don't have any product per se, but I want to tell you, mark your calendars for my holiday show. I'm doing a holiday show, and I'm going to be doing some giveaways. Now, I'm going to say this. I ain't Oprah, so I ain't giving out no cars. I can't do that. But you might get, some gift cards, different things like that. So, but you have to register for the show. So when I put out the information, if you want to be a part of the show, register, tell a friend. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to be talking to people to donate and help in the experience to make it a great holiday season of giving. That's what we want to do. Perhaps I can convince Val to come on with me and we'll do the show together. But definitely mark your calendars. Soon I release the flyer. Go ahead and, fill it out and mark your calendars. Also, if you've enjoyed the show and this is your first time on this platform, or if you've been coming for a while and you want to receive information and updates, go ahead and text to join our mobile text club. The benefits of the mobile text club: when I submit products or put things out, you'll be the first to know. I also send you updates on the shows. When the shows are happening, it'll be one-on-one. You can get right on your phone and you can follow us. Also know that we're on two platforms, and this is what I need you all to do. Follow us on YouTube and like us on Facebook. That's going to help with, building that crowd to bring what you want to hear. As always, I thank you for the regulars in the living room. Y'all got a special place in my heart. And to all the guests tonight that came to support Derek and Treese, I say thank you to you all and hope that you've enjoyed this platform. And come on back sometime to hang out with us and talking. If you want to find out what's happening in my life, and just what I'm doing. I also do image branding and all that kind of good stuff. You can go to my website as well. This is that part of the show where I give all of my stuff. One day I'm going to have somebody do all this. So if you like to do that. And also, with that being said, I want to highlight, if you are looking to come to our winter conference, the winter conference of Relationships University. That's what this whole show, this special edition, is centered around. That's why my lovely wife is here, love her to life. And if you want to come and hang out with us in Jacksonville, y'all, we're going to be in Jacksonville at the Indigo Hotel. When I tell you, it is beautiful. It's so fit for a retreat. So if you want to get away for a little bit, call your grandma or somebody, let her get the kids, or your granddad or whoever. Just drop them off and leave. They ain't going to take them nowhere else. Let them keep your kids and you come on. But you have to register. You have to register for this. So what you need to do is go to the website. This is the website that's on the screen, relationshipswithasuniversity.com. When you go there, you fill out the registration form, and there is a tuition fee. Okay, everything is sitting around tuition. There's a tuition fee. Yeah, I just threw that in there. I just made that up, y'all. University tuition. So pay your tuition fee, and when I tell you, you're going to be blessed. It was so funny, I started laughing because when we were on the show, Kendrick and Natasha are one of our speakers. And so Tasha put in the comments section, she said, have you all ever been to a cup marriage retreat? So I thought that was funny. But if you do, you want to make that commitment, I promise you, it's impactful. We still have testimonies from couples that have been. It's a small crowd. We do it small crowd, not just because of keeping everybody safe, but we do it small crowd so we can, minister and serve everybody well. So we only have 10 seats available. So if you want to be a part of that,
10 couples, not just
10 couples, male and female couples, 10 couples, boy and girl, male, woman, man of God, woman of God. Then you're invited to come in and sit with us. If you need more information and you would like, one-on-one that you want to ask some detailed stuff, let me find the thing with I have my phone number. I can't find it right now, but you can, let me see. Let me get my phone number up here. I can't find the phone number, but you can get in contact with us at in the website. We appreciate you all and thank you all for sharing with us. I'm going to bring Derek and Treese back just for a moment, if they don't mind, with just giving us some final thoughts, like something that you all just got to say to everybody. Yeah, I just brought y'all right back like that. just
like advice for couples.
Yeah, advice, something that you
share.
just want to, whatever's on your mind.
So, honestly, first of all, we just want to thank you for even allowing us this opportunity, even just to be on this platform, just to be able to tell our story, or portions of it. And so we're really thankful for that. We're thankful for you both, and we're thankful to God that He even just put it in us to do. We're always big on, Derek and I are huge on marriage and making sure that, people stay together. I mean, marriage is hard and it's a lot of work, but with love, through love and commitment, you can get through it. You just have to have a willing heart and be able to communicate and talk it out. I always say it's a lot behind those pictures on Facebook and Instagram, a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
I think that we're just like anybody else. We get it down in here, but at the end of the day, but what we won't do is go to bed mad and nobody's sleeping on the couch, and so we try very hard not to let the sun go down on our wrath. And that's one of the things that we've learned over the years to do. It's important that we continue to talk. And so, and so just keep fighting, keep working, keep pushing, keep praying, and I'm always open. We are always open to talk to anybody because we're not perfect, we're very transparent. We're two imperfect people, but we're perfect for each other, and that's what works for us.
Absolutely.
That's good.
Thank y'all so much.
I think Derek was gonna...
Yeah, Derek,
thank
go
you
ahead.
for having us. Honestly, I would just say block out the other noise outside, block out all the sounds and just stay focused on what's in front of you.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Just continue to love one another.
There you go.
Wow.
There you go. That's awesome.
Well, God bless you guys.
Thank you
Again,
all.
like
Thank you.
this has been refreshing and just, a great show. Can't go. It's just awesome. I really enjoyed it. I'm not a man of fluffy words. If I didn't have nothing to say, I'd just be sitting here, But really, this has been refreshing. I've enjoyed conversing with you all and look forward to hanging out or doing something again because one thing I know about y'all too, y'all throw good parties. Y'all throw.
Yes, we do. Now we will throw a good party.
Yeah, because I remember the one I came
Her
downtown.
birthday. That was Tree's birthday.
Yes.
And it was just awesome. It was really
like fun.
Yeah, it was
It's
really
so
fun.
family
It was fun.
oriented.
Yeah.
They are definitely very inclusive to people having a good time and care, and the family. Everybody they show up for each other.
Yeah.
That's always beautiful to see. When
I always
families
remember that
support each
because I felt, like I said, I've known Treese and know Derek by way of Treese, but I felt good because I could be real stiff at stuff like that. I get like socially awkward in a minute. Like, okay, what do I do? Let me stand over here. But and I always remember that. And I told Val when we were driving away, I said, I really had a good time.
Right. See, because we don't bring it out of you.
Everybody, auntie, mama, everybody, everybody,
it was good.
Everybody gonna have a good time.
I was hated that we missed your 20th.
Yeah, I was trying.
That was a good one.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm not just saying that. Those pictures were just like, I'm like, man, look at this. They in the back of a Rolls Royce. I'm like, look at this stuff here. So it was awesome. The pictures on the steps, y'all can see all of y'all stuff because I know
I didn't even see all of it, but I'm like,
no, it was like top notch, and I love being a part of top notch stuff. But
Thank you. And I have to be honest with you, we had a phenomenal planner, and I'm every time someone talks about how nice our party was, I have to give her credit. And that was Carlene. She was on here and she's with Joie de Vie weddings and events. And so I have to put that out there because she is top. She does a phenomenal job.
She's on here? She was on
She was on there when you were trying to fit. There she is right there. Best party ever.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right.
Yes. Listen,
all right. We're gonna be in touch.
Yeah, we just gave her our honestly, we told her what we wanted, and it was
like your vision,
made it come
she
to
just
life.
runs
Like
with
she
it.
really did. And so
Carlene.
Curling.
If you don't mind, could you drop your information in the comment section if that's okay? Or if you could DM us on Facebook. I think you're on She's on
She's
YouTube.
on YouTube.
You're on YouTube. Well, we'll get in contact with her through Teresa.
I'll send you her phone number back.
Thank you. We'll appreciate
I'll send it to
But
you.
thank you guys so
Thank
much.
you
We don't
both
want to
so much.
hold everybody. Appreciate you guys so much. I think that's it. I think I did all my closing stuff. So you can tell I'm a pastor because this is closing number 17. but
I'm done.
but yeah, we go.
Thank you all, stewards.
We
Bless
we,
you.
we,
Thank
we
you all.
appreciate
Thank
it.
you
Enjoy the
so much for having us.
conversation.
And you guys are such a great couple. And I just want y'all to know
Thank
that
you.
y'all have been inspirational to us as well. And so we're blessed to have known you. Val, I feel like we on 30, aren't we? Like 30 years.
I know. We're trying to be all formal. We're like, all right, we need Mephi on here, and then we talk
Right.
about friendship. So
Oh, no.
Like, this
for the
is 30
world, we
years.
have been friends for a very long time.
Yes, a
Yeah.
very long time.
Not
Over
the
30 years of
Mephi. I always tell Val Mephi is the unofficial sorority.
He hating.
But I say that with love. That's with love.
Yes.
That's with love. I always remember the orange picture. The orange picture you all
Yes.
took.
I think everybody.
That sticks into our mind. Okay, I
Everybody
think we
remembers
lose
that
there.
one.
But what are they talking about? Okay. Well,
No. But no, we appreciate you guys. God bless you for 20 more years. I just think
Thank
that was
you.
just your new chapter. You
Yeah.
know, I
Thank
just think
you.
when,
And
it's like
same
when
to
things
you.
happen, I think that celebration was you all walking into a new season.
Absolutely.
Of you all, you know, and God just
Absolutely.
bring you to a place. And I think you're going to experience a lot of your bliss in these
Yeah.
next years. And I think it's important. Like you said, regardless of who understands or not, God knows. And y'all, as long as you're talking to him, that's
Correct.
all that's needed. you
Correct.
know?
Correct.
And so we appreciate the both of you and your children. Bless them. Continue
Thank
to just
you.
give them all hugs. I know they traveling, doing their things now. They're all
Yes.
adults now, but
Yes.
God bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
The
bless
same
y'all.
to you.
so before we go, I just want to I just want to, if it's okay, just declare some blessings over your union.
Amen.
I know y'all good, but a little salt help.
And we don't
Never
turn them
that. So-
down. We're never
Okay,
too good
so
for
I
them.
just feel prompt to do that. So first of all, I want to say I thank God for your couple. I thank you for your vulnerability,
Yeah.
and I declare over your life that God's best will be in front of you and not behind you. I declare over your life that wealth and riches are in your house. I pray that the prayer of Jabez that God has spoken over your life will begin to increase your territories and maximize your tent. I declare over your life that the spirit of conversation and counsel be heavy upon you all, that you will be able to diffuse your differences even the more. I pray that what the enemy intended to drive a hedge between you all, it pulls you all even closer together, that what God has done between you all will be a legacy and a testimony for your children's children. I pray that the Lord's face shine upon you and that he will cause his glory to surround you and walk in front of you, behind you, that his blessings will run you down and overtake you in the way that you will be his workmanship continuously, be that beacon of light on the hill that others will see and marvel about the great things that God has done in your life. In Jesus' name. I thank you guys. Love you guys.
Thank you. We receive
Y'all have a
it.
good
Thank
one.
you.
I hope y'all have enjoyed this show. Everybody, we well over time. We getting ready to go for real this time because we can talk to them later on. This can go on and on because, Val just don't know when to cut it off. But
Did you even thank me?
okay, I
I know
thank
your
you.
ratings went up again.
I think Val. She always tell me when I have on the show the ratings go up. Okay, so y'all play along with it. Okay, yeah. Woo. Appreciate it. Y'all don't forget the marriage.
Yo, JJ, let's go. Come on in to the living room. Yeah, we welcome you to the living room. Yeah, come on in to the living room. Your boy Rob on the vocals. Let's go. Come on in to the living. Yeah, come on in. Thought-provoking conversations.